That took a long time, but I respect that man so much more for doing that. Cause like, how you gonna end up selling out? Like, if you sold out your son, yo, you sold out your son, that'd be bad. If you sold out your son, bro, I'm just saying, I couldn't, I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. So, I guess it's some breaking news that just touched down. That's from the New York Times. And getting into the New York Times is kind of hard, but we got this from NBC. President Biden pardons his son, Hunter Biden. Wow. So did he disguise a turkey and call it Hunter Biden? How did this work out? And we're going to get into this and so much more. Kind of glad we actually went live tonight, guys. I'm kind of glad we went live tonight because I almost didn't go live. I almost didn't go live. But I guess it was just meant to come by late. Because if it didn't come by late, I might have not even been covering the story right now. For real. So, I respect the man more for that. I know a lot of people might be like, well, he shouldn't have did that or whatever. No, you're supposed to pardon your son. If you the president, you got power like that. If you don't pardon your son, can't respect you at all. And it's hard to respect that man as it is, but you know, a lot of people was like, we can respect him or whatever because of this and that. Everybody was like, and like, I think he voted like that. No, that ain't how he earned respect. You earn respect from being a father first before anything else. So it's like, yeah, that's really a feel good story. If he wouldn't have pardoned his son, I'm telling you, he wouldn't have pardoned his son, that'd make him the worst person on earth, in my opinion. In my opinion, but who am I? Just a guy talking on the internet. Just a guy talking on the internet. So this is breaking news. Hunter Biden received a full pardon. A full pardon. I did not think this was going to be the news story tonight. I didn't think we was going to be talking about this. I did not think we would be talking about this. This is going to be crazy. The stuff that gets traction on the internet is like, it's unsavory for real. It's unsavory. My bad. I was looking at X, making sure the stream's running right on X. We gonna get into the other joint because we gotta know. We gotta know what's going on, fellas and fellettes, and everybody. Agendas yet to be attributed, demographics to, or whatever. However they break it down. You know, you watch Work Till Friday, fun news, and you know we always have news for you every day of the week. When all these guys are taking off and they're not telling you nothing, I'll be the first person to have a story up, full length story, breaking down what happened with Hunter Biden. He got pardoned, guys. He got pardoned. And let's just hope it's not a turkey that was named Hunter. We might find out tomorrow that he accidentally pardoned a turkey. He accidentally pardoned a turkey calling it Hunter. Wow. Coffee tastes better with a piece of candy in it. Now it's just splash everywhere. Oh, yeah, I know. Mess up the whole stream. Cussing. I don't know how not to cuss. I'm like not good at not cussing. It's horrible. I'm working on myself every day though. I'm working on myself every day. You know, originally we was WTF fake news. And I had to move away from that. Just like there's the mental anguish of it too. Open up a show, welcome to WTF fake news. Where we can say whatever we want. Well, YouTube put that in check real quick. You can't even say what you want on Rumble. I made a little post on that. It was something from the live stream last night. So this is a live show, but I do break it up into segments every day for the people that don't come on to watch the late night live show. So, no, probably around noon tomorrow I'll start unleashing these segments. But we got an important story to go get into. Hunter Biden has been pardoned from his debt. President Biden pardons his son Hunter Biden. The decision was first reported by NBC News in a reversal for the president, who repeatedly said he would not use his authority to pardon his son or commute his sentence. Well, like, if you did not pardon your son, Mr. Biden, President Biden, or whatever, you would, like, that just makes you a bad person. You could do everything in the world, right? Like, a lot of bad people that do bad things in this world attribute it to, I was just trying to take care of my kids. I was just trying to take care of my kids, right? You got to take care of your kids, no matter what. No matter what, you want to take care of your children. Oh, a little bit too big. So we're going to read this whole story, as I said. This is breaking news from the WTFFN Work Till Friday Fake News Desk. President pardons his son Hunter Biden decision, which was first reported by NBC, and is a reversal for what president who repeatedly said he would not use his authority to pardon or commute his son's sentence. You were supposed to, though, bro. Oh, we got a video too. So let me put up the whole...
Good evening. We're coming on the air with breaking news first reported by NBC News. President Biden has pardoned his son Hunter ahead of the end of his presidential term. That's according to a senior White House official with direct knowledge of the decision. Remember, Hunter Biden was convicted back in June on 3 separate felony charges related to his purchase of a gun in 2018, a time during which prosecutors say he was battling a drug addiction and lied about it on paperwork to get that gun. It was the first time a sitting president's child was convicted of a crime. Hunter Biden also pleaded guilty to federal tax charges in September. In that case, he was charged with 3...
I'm just happy he pardoned his son, right? Now, y'all can take it however you want it. If you want to unfollow me or whatever, I feel like that's a good move as being a father, right? If you got all the power in the world and you're not using it to help or benefit your family, you're a POS. Everybody been saying how he sold out his son, had his son doing all this illegal stuff. Well, he was supposed to come in clutch and get his son out of trouble. He was supposed to. Anything else would have made him, like... Can't really go much lower than he was, but that would have made him the lowest of the low.
Felony tax offenses and 6 misdemeanors, including tax evasion and filing a false return. NBC News has learned that this pardon is expected to cover both Hunter Biden's conviction and guilty plea. This marks a reversal for President Biden. Both he and White House officials have said repeatedly for a period of months that he would not pardon his son before leaving office. But tonight, the president has done just that. We will have much more coverage coming up on all of our NBC News platforms, including tomorrow morning on Today. For all of us here at NBC News, I'm Hallie Jackson. Thanks for watching.
Like I said, we will also be covering this story as it updates. We will be covering this story as it updates. I need this to, like, come off, y'all. I don't want to hear no more about President Biden. Like, I don't know. I want to read the story. From Washington, Joe Biden pardoned his son, Hunter, Sunday night. A reversal for the president, who repeatedly said he would not use his executive authority to pardon his son or commute his sentence. I believe in the justice system. But as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process, and it led to a miscarriage of justice. And once I made the decision this weekend, there was no sense in delaying it farther. That wasn't supposed to be a decision for you to make, sir. I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to the decision Biden said in the statement. I understand. Anybody that don't understand, like, listen, right? There's levels to how bad you can be, right? We all know that dudes that got, like, stuff going on like Dr. Disrespect, if it happens to be accurate, is like the worst of the worst, right? But wouldn't it actually be worser for you to be like, oh, I don't care about my kids? They don't care about my kid. Like, that's crazy. That would have made him a deadbeat dad and a deadbeat president. You know, Hunter Biden was scheduled to be sentenced on December 12th for his conviction on federal gun charges. He was set to be sentenced on December 16th in a separate criminal case in which he pleaded guilty to for federal tax evasion charges in September. Only thing I ask now is give everybody a pardon. You're going to pardon your son, pardon everybody now. The president issued a full, unconditional pardon for any offenses Hunter Biden has committed or may have committed or taken part in during a period from January 1st, 24. That's a broad amount of time. So for 10 years, why didn't you just give him a full pardon for everything in his life up until today? According to the White House statement, a senior White House official told NBC News, which was the first to report on the pardon decision, that the president decided over the weekend to grant his son a pardon to begin to inform his senior age Sunday. I never had a PS5, bro. I've never had a PS5. The president also spoke about his son's struggles with addiction in a statement Sunday night, saying that his political opponents were trying to break him by going after Hunter. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's case can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son. No, that's not necessarily. He was singled out because of the laws you made. You made laws making people like him unable to purchase certain types of things. Biden said in a statement, there has been an effort to break Hunter, who has been 5.5 years sober, even in the face of unrelenting attacks and selective prosecution. In trying to break Hunter, they tried to break me. There's no reason to believe it will stop here. Enough is enough. In a separate statement, Hunter Biden said he had admitted to taking responsibility for my mistakes during the darkest days of my addiction. Mistakes that have been exploited to publicity, humiliated, and shame on me and my family for political sport. Despite all this, I have maintained my sobriety for more than 5.5 years because of my deep faith and unwavering love and support of my family and friends, he added. In the doors of addiction, I squandered many opportunities and advantages. In recovery, we can give the opportunity to make amends where possible and rebuild our lives if we never take for granted the mercy that we have been afforded. I will never take the clemency I have been given today for granted, and I will devote my life I have rebuilt to helping those who are still sick and suffering. A representative for Special Counsel David Wise did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Hunter Biden's attorney, Stephen Chung, a spokesperson for the president-elect Donald Trump, said the failed witch hunts against President Trump had proven that Democrat-controlled DOJ and other radical prosecutors are guilty of weaponizing the justice system. That system of justice must be fixed and due process must be restored for all Americans, which is exactly what President Trump will do as he returns to the White House with an overwhelming mandate from the American people. So we just going to get rid of all the feds, right? Let's get rid of all the feds. Get rid of all the feds, especially if they like blackmailing every president. You want to blackmail all the presidents? Okay. He said he would not pardon his son or commute his sentence. I will not pardon him, he said in June after a jury found Hunter Biden guilty. Who really believed that? Who really believed that he wasn't going to pardon his son? If you believed he wasn't going to pardon his son, right, you can hit that little Cash App sign in the corner, and I will sell you the White House for the low price of $200 right now. If you believe that he wouldn't pardon his son. That just sounds like what? The president has discussed pardoning his son with some of his closest aides at least since Hunter Biden's conviction in June, said two people with direct knowledge of there's always direct knowledge, unknown sources. They said it would be decided in time. See, I'm going to source this story out. So if you want to get like the real story, you can go to the news site tomorrow, WTFFN.com or .net. It all leads to the same place. And we'll keep you updated on this. But there's got to be a lot more stories to get into. And this is going to probably go up real early in the morning. I might actually put this up right after this. So it's like a standalone news story. Yeah, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. To address why am I always doing all these streams? Oh, yeah, I got to. I got to. This is, I'll be everywhere, bro. I'm everywhere. They ain't never there. Something going on with the Hoover building. Let's see. Whew, I'm happy about that, though. I thought Biden was going to leave office being like the worst man ever. Not the worst president ever, the worst man ever. If you would have let your son get locked up, and you're the president of the United States, it'd be different if he got locked up in a different country. He got locked up abroad. You gonna let him get locked up in the United States? That's crazy. Oh yeah, Patel. He said we did Patel yesterday. Morning bid. Trump bricks warning shines light on emerging FX. Already know about that. Lake effects and snow. Everybody by the Great Lakes is covered in snow. Unpredicted protests sweep Georgia after government scraps EU bid. Customize. Rejecto. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, guys. Don't play with me. Unpredicted protests sweep Georgia after government scrapes EU bid. The European Parliament has called for elections to be returned amid claims of irregularities and intimidation. Everybody is like, I think it's funny. You know Hillary started this stuff, right? The Georgian government decision to suspend its efforts to join the EU has sparked political crisis in South Caucasus County. Is that where white people come from? With tens of thousands of people taking to the streets to demand new elections, even as the police launched a violent crackdown on protests. It sounds about white. An estimated 100,000 protesters formed. 100,000? They had 100,000 people out there that deep? That's crazy. Barricades around the parliament on Saturday night, with fire seen coming from the assembly building. Authorities deployed water cannons and fired tear gas into crowds, while videos posted online showed officers violently attacking unarmed demonstrators. Yeah, that's crazy. The unrest, which has escalated over 3 successive nights of protests, comes at the Prime Minister, don't know what his name is, said Georgia will no longer actively seek to join the EU and reject funding from the bloc until at least 2028, despite having previously vowed to become a member by the end of the decade. So, yeah. It's always something going on. It's a lot of drama going on in the world all the time. All the time. Let's see what's going on in the U.S. We already know about Hunter. We already know about Joe's son, Hunter. Why is this not scrolling down? This be slow sometimes, guys. No, they don't want to scroll down, so I just got to actually pick the phone up. Which makes it a little bit easier to read. I keep the eye level with you guys or whatever, you know. This NY committee got almost 4 feet community, 4 feet of snow. What? 4 feet of snow? The Union Times. This NY community almost got 4 feet of snow. A shift means areas south. We is not paying for that, bro. Crazy. All this government founded media. 5 missing in Alaska after fishing boat capsizes. Coast Guard. Ooh, we gotta pray for these guys. A search is underway amid heavy snow and high winds. 5 people are missing after a fishing boat capsized near Point Corvinine, Alaska, according to the U.S. Coast Guard. A 50-foot fishing boat named Wind Walker sent out Mayday call on 12:10 Sunday, the Coast Guard said. The AMHS Hubert overheard the broadcast and offered to assist, arriving on the scene first. Evidence of the boat was discovered, indicating a capsize. The Coast Guard said 7 cold water immersion suits and 2 strobe lights were located in the water within the immediate search area. But there has been no sign of those who were on board. Good Samaritan operations, the ferry vessel, have continued to aid the Coast Guard. So it's looking like there's 5 people. 5 people missing. We gotta pray for them 5 people. So pray for them 5 people. Keep them in your prayer. Oh Lord Allah, please, like, deliver them people back to their family if possible. At least their bodies back to their family, because it might not be looking good. This was one of the big stories, and seeing that it's on the Washington Post, and the Washington Post has a paywall, you know where you can go and get news that don't have a paywall? WTFFN. Work till Friday, fun news. Work till Friday, fun news. Work till Friday, fun news. Trump's strategic appointment, Mossad Blois as Middle East advisor. They dive into diplomacy, family, and politics in a move that both strategic and steeped in controversy. Donald Trump, president-elect of the United States, has named Mossad Blois as senior advisor on Iran and Middle East affairs. This appointment, announced on December 1st, 2024, has sparked as a flurry of discussions on nepotism, Middle Eastern policy, and intersection. Mossad Blois, the man behind the appointment, he's a Lebanese-American businessman, comes from a political, active, and commercial success family. Basically, he's a businessman in the Middle East. He got a lot of ties and stuff. You know, a lot of sources where we found some of this stuff at. Even the expos, right? Our sources work. Oh, hold on. I thought our sources work. This is all error 404. That's funny. I gotta go in here and fix this. But I was trying to get a story up real quick, guys. I'm trying to get the story up real quick. But you see, we doing a good job over here. We do them jobs over here. We do the jobs nobody wants to do the jobs that you do. Let's look at the news on X. Let's see what's trending on X. See if there's anything good. Yeah, Hunter's #1. Josh Allen, it's all football. But Hunter became #1. Baddies Midwest. We're not clicking on that. If you want to click on Baddies of the Midwest, you can do that on your own time. We're not trying to lose no more streams because the Rumble will make that joint disappear. It seems like live streams on X don't last after you end them. Married to Mad, Real Housewives of Potomac, Justin Tucker, the Rockets, Debo's trending. There's a Debo, the big guy's trending. Sister Wives, Yellowstone TV. Yo, why is Sister Wives so popular, but none of these females want to be Sister Wives for real? They'll say they want to be Sister Wives, but they don't want to be. Good for Joe. Jay Sixers, Nate. Yeah. Oh yeah, because Trump talking about pardoning the J6 committee or whatever them Jones is. FBI's newest attraction to Deep State Hall of Mirrors. Doge devours dollars when Bernie met Elon. Tesla car now comes with a wristband. Because, yeah, why do you need it should have came with a watch. How am I say one for them Jones? Microsoft wild Bitcoin roller coaster. Buck up. Push-up politics. RFK Jr. flexes fitness over policy. They gonna bring back that little presidential thing. RFK Jr. nomination, something or whatever. I don't know what long term means. Elon Musk and Bernie Sanders, an unlikely duo. Not exactly. If you guys have been paying attention for any amount of time, you would know that Elon Musk is more like the Bernie Sanders type of guy. A lot of Bernie dudes ended up moving to Trump because Trump is like damn near doing everything Bernie said he would do, but Trump is just acting mean about it. Honestly, Trump is the closest anybody's going to get to somebody like Bernie. Surprisingly. You guys don't realize, right? Everybody's like, oh, Bernie Sanders, he's a crazy Democrat, right? I found this out recently. Bernie Sanders political views. I want to know party. Bernie Sanders is unaffiliated. Did you know Bernie Sanders is unaffiliated? Did you guys know Bernie Sanders was unaffiliated? He's not like in none of these little gang joints, yo. He don't gangbang. He don't gangbang. He said he is not gangbang. He does not gangbang. All right, what's going on with the rest of these little Google News stories? CCSO recovered deceased dogs believed to be linked to M-word. Arctic Blast. That's another thing with the same thing. Keen Martin emerges early front runner in race to lead Democrats as DNC chair. Okay. What's going on in the world? In the world today, police and protesters clash in Georgia. We already said that. At least 25 off as Russian Syrian jets intensified berating of Syria rebel territory. Belgium becomes first country to give workers robust labor rights and protections. That might have got the whole thing pulled off of X. Not X, what's that joint called? I'm definitely on X after that. But that's the type of stuff that they'll pull you off of rubble real quick for. Oh, we got some. Sound is extremely low. Alright, I might be able to fix it. Now, do you ever consider maybe your sounds is low? We'll find out in a few seconds. I know people like to come in and troll with me. But I'll see. I also talk low sometimes. You know what I mean? I also like to talk low. Oh, no, that's on super loud. So it's not a me issue. Definitely is not a me issue. You don't think I got extra devices over? You don't think I'm sitting here? Bro, this is my little streaming setup, bro. This is how I be streaming. What are you talking about? I'm paying attention to what's going on. I'm watching my stream. I see everything going on, every comment coming through. Because, like, it's hard to do this stuff with one phone. You can't do it with one phone. You can do it with two phones, but then you won't see the comments. Israeli strike kills at least 200 in Gaza as the UN halts aid deliveries after more trucks stolen. So it's crazy because they just had a ceasefire yesterday. And then they going right back at it. They had a ceasefire just for the Sabbath. Trump threatens 100% tariff on BRIC nations. We already heard about that. Divided over whether to stop making plastic. UN treaty takes collapse. Well, you know, they going to keep making plastic. If they didn't make plastic, where do you think your car is going to come from? Taiwan's president meets Hawaiian leaders in first visit condemned by China. I think we touched on it yesterday. Romanian leftist ahead of resurgent far right in election exit polls. Biden fulfilling promise to visit Africa as U.S. looks to counter China's deepest influence in the region. That's kind of funny. Like, bro, that's called a vacation at this point. You're going on vacation before you leave. You're going on Africa. If you was trying to help with Africa, you could have did that a long time ago. You could have did that about like 3.5 years ago, bro. Now, he's just going to go to Africa. He's going to suck up some of that good air. Get some of that good sun in his life. You know what I mean? Good air, good sun, good food. You know, not all this poison we be having over here. A lot of y'all be sleeping on Africa. You don't realize that, like, Africa is a giant continent. It's, like, probably the biggest continent in the world. Something between Africa and Asia. But Africa is not accurately represented on most maps, right? Africa is vast. You do have some little tiny villages that are cut off from civilization. But on top of that, in Africa, you also have massive cities. Like, do you realize Dubai's in Africa? Do you realize that Saudi Arabia is in Africa? Do you realize Egypt and Israel is in Africa? I hope you guys know that. I hope you guys realize that, right? So, You got cities. What's the big Egyptian city? I'm trying to remember what the big Egyptian city is, but there's a lot of big cities in the world, in Africa, that like make America like crazy. Like I'm originally from Philadelphia, right? The last time I was out there, our carjackings just in the city of Philadelphia were higher. We had more carjackings in the city of Philadelphia, and a carjacking is not a car theft. A carjacking is when somebody comes up to you, they put something to the side of your head and tell you, give me that car, right? So when they put something to the side of your head and they're like, give me that car, give me that car, give me that car. That's a carjacking. It ain't no, oh, I'm a hot wire that joint or whatever, right? Carjacking is actively somebody catching you at a stoplight, gas station or something. They run off with the car, right? Philadelphia had more carjackings in 1 year, by halfway through the summer, than the country that had the highest rate of carjackings a year before. One city in America. So for you guys to be like sitting there, a lot of y'all is like, no, Africa, like, you guys don't realize. You don't realize. As a matter of fact, this is one dude, right? What's his name on the joint, right? I might look him up to give him a little shout out real quick. Let me see if I can find him. His joint. But like Africa has no water. No, that's not him. Oh, the Village Beast. Right, this little dude. We're gonna get him up on here. This dude right here, right? This is in Africa. You see all this stuff? How he's showing? His channel shows you what it's like in Africa. Really in Africa, right? This is the real Africa. Yeah. The houses look way different. Do you know why the houses look different in Africa? It's a different part of the world. That's why the houses in California look different than the houses in New York. That's why the houses in Miami look different than the houses in Georgia. Certain types of building materials work better and are more available in different areas. But you see the outsides? That's the big cities in Africa. And you see the inside. You see the inside of these houses? Like, don't let them lie to you. Don't let them lie to you. Don't be sitting here thinking Africa is some third world country. It's a whole nation. I'm Muslim, bro. I ain't Jewish. I'm Muslim. But yeah. So we round up a little bit of news for you guys tonight. I got a story I got to work on now, because I wasn't expecting Hunter Biden to get a full pardon on a Sunday. But then again, how else would they do it? They just said the news cycle. Joe Biden is a real human being. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it. I thought it would have been more like, I was more in the camp that Joe Biden was going to leave out and Kamala Harris was going to do a blanket pardon on all of them. But I guess I was wrong. So, if you guys like news like this, we do news shows all the time. I'll be putting up segments throughout the day. We also got multiple channels. And if you guys haven't figured out right now, I run this all off of the cell phone. Well, I need two phones. Like, I need one phone to screen share. So I can, and I could do this with one phone, but it would be like this. And I had no choice but it to be like this. So, see how it comes up like this? You see how I got the little boxes on the side? I can't do nothing to stop the boxes on the side. Allahu Alam. No. I'm going to pray a little bit. Pray a little bit on some stuff, y'all. I know Allah will be able to take care of me. I'm just like, I'm on hard times right now, guys. Real hard times. I keep hoping that one day, not even hoping, I'm praying for it. I need to stop hoping and start praying for everything that I need to come to me for real. I need to stop trying to put my faith in y'all. Put faith that YouTube's gonna make something happen. But that's why I'm all over the place. That's why I'm all over the place. Doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of everything. But then like YouTube done yanked over 100 hours of my streams for no reason. No reason whatsoever. No reason whatsoever. I'm trying to figure out where 100 hours of my streams went. 100 hours of my added up time went when I started doing this about 2 months ago, when I actually started doing this again. Cause like I gave up on YouTube plenty of times, but then I seen some success stories that made me like, ooh, I can do this. I can get back into it, right? I only had one goal with this. I only ever had one goal with WTFFN. My goal is to have news for everybody, right? Like, everybody wants to end up, I call it gangbanging, because there's no other way to put it. These dudes be gangbanging out here. They be gangbanging for a political party that doesn't care about them. Why would you gangbang? And it's crazy. It's crazy. People really is wild, like riding out, going down there, whatever, right? And like everybody, like all y'all remember the January fiasco, but this happens all the time. This happened when he got elected. This happened when the dude right now got elected. This happened when Obama got elected. This happened when Bush got elected. Every time a new president comes in, a whole bunch of cuckoo, crazy ass mofos go down there like, I can't believe it. They be protest. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Like Michael Jackson made a song a long time ago talking about, don't you know they don't really care about us? They don't. They'll set you apart, divide you by political class, divide you by ethnicity, divide you by religion. They divided us up by so many different boxes that are like irrelevant at the end of the day. These boxes they put you in, guys, is so irrelevant. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And people is really riding out for this stuff. They is really riding out for this stuff. Listen, right? I'll tell you this. And this is why I keep doing this. And this is why, like, off and on, I be coming in. For a while, I was doing more off the commenting aspects than anything else. And then I was doing the shorts or whatever. Because, you know, shorts do a little bit. Shorts get you a little bit of traction or whatever. And shorts is fun. But I made a whole different channel for the shorts. Even though some of my, now that shorts, it gotta be, shorts is anything under 3 minutes. So, a lot of my content is getting rolled up into the category of shorts. But still, in the end of the day, guys, in the end of the day, gangbanging makes more sense than political parties. Did you guys ever consider that? Did you ever consider that dudes that are gangbanging make more sense than dudes that are out here repping political parties? And I'm talking about like they foot soldiers, right? You got people that are like running up in the White House, running up in Congress, running up in the Senate building, running down and burning down cities, all for their political party. Your political party that don't even care about you. They don't care about you at all. Then, like, it'd be crazy, right? I'll be sitting here having a stream going, and then somebody gets mad when I sit there and say something bad about their politician. I actually said something good about a politician today. Why? Because Joe Biden proved he was a real person today when he pardoned his son. Anything else would have been sick. It would have been sick. You telling me you wasn't going to pardon your son? Like that had me not like that man at all. I didn't like that man at all after I heard that. Like, how are you going to... I want to do, like some dynamic lighting. Change the lights up a little bit. See, it just make a little bit of a difference. Maybe it do, maybe it don't. But still, I can't back a lot of this stuff, guys. I can't think the way everybody else is thinking. I don't think the way that I'm told to think. I think the way that I know I should think, right? I'm like, I guess I'm at like a different level, a different plane. I believe a lot differently, you know what I mean? Like, you got to take the good with the bad, right? And you got to realize there's an in-between line. When you're navigating geopolitical things going on, when you're navigating stuff going on in news stories or whatever, the biggest mistake we ever made as a country is dividing politics up like we did. Politics should not be divided. We should be able to sit there, discuss the issues, and come to a civil compromise. But all having political parties do is it just blocks the civilness of it. Literally blocks the civilness of it. I can't do this, so I need like one color. Can I get one color? Can I get one color on here? Oh, y'all look like a ghost sometimes. I get up close to this, y'all look like a ghost. I like it like this, though. I like it like that. Keep working that back. Don't know how to act. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. I like it like that. She's working that back. I don't know how to act. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Move it slow motion for me. Yo, that look crazy. I look like a ghost. It's like ghostly news. This is news with a real ghost. I am the real ghost of the news. Trying to teach y'all. Trying to teach y'all some stuff going on in the world. Nobody wants to listen to me, though. Nobody wants to listen to me. Like, that's what I'm starting to realize, right? As soon as you refuse to take a side, everybody taking a side gets mad at you. Why are you mad at me that I'm not participating in your gang? If I didn't gangbang in prison, what makes you think I'm going to be out here gangbanging? If I didn't gangbang in prison, why do you think I would gangbang on the internet for political parties that don't do nothing for me? That don't do nothing for me. At times I might have to vote for a Republican. At times I might have to vote for a Democrat. I am never going to be so confused in my life. In my life, I will never be so confused when I think and I feel the need that I got to get on one side. One side. Like, what? The sides is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You really take the sides. You're taking sides for people that don't care about you. Why would you take sides for people that don't care about you? Let's make this make sense, guys. Let's make this make sense. And I'm about to take that joint on too, right? Take that joint down. Take that. Diddy style, right? Take that. We're gonna take this, put that up there. Still, that's my end goal, guys. That is like sincerely my end goal. My end goal with all this stuff is to educate people to the point that we don't have political parties no more. We don't need political parties. Why do you need a political party at all? Is this clicking with you guys? Is this making sense? Because, like, people get mad at me on a regular basis. They get mad at me on a regular basis. If I say anything against Trump, they snapping. If I say anything against Biden, they snapping. If I say anything against Kamala, Bernie, anybody, when I be talking about, like, the situation that was going on with Gates, everybody was talking about he was riding around with kids in the car. And people were so much in their echo chamber, they didn't want to hear nothing about it. Didn't care nothing about it. Like, what? Are you serious? Are you that serious that, like, you just... humanity goes out the window when it's your side? I thought we could all agree on simple things like no women, no children. I thought we could all agree on simple things like let's lower the taxes. But now it's like, it's so crazy. One side says they're going to lower the taxes. The other side screaming, no, not lower them. Fix it. I thought we could all agree on bringing jobs back to America. But if your side's not doing it, you don't agree with it? You really don't agree? You really don't agree? As soon as the other side says the same thing you want. You do realize these same people you gangbanging for is at the same parties, going to the same restaurants, going to the same events. They're cool with each other. They're cool with each other while you're all at it, neck and neck, right? It's the same thing as gangbanging. The same thing as gangbanging. The OGs be in the same clubs. OGs be messing with the same women. The OGs be doing all the same stuff, right? Meanwhile, you got a whole bunch of kids out here repping it real hard. They don't realize because they ain't really get to live life yet. So I guess you guys don't see what's going on. You must be deaf, dumb, and blind. You must be deaf, dumb, and blind. Like, it's to the point, right? Do you know that, like, people will actually switch their political leaning and move to an area because the person that's been in politics in that area is about to retire? So then they hand select somebody and they go out there. Might have been a Republican their whole life, they run as Democrat, or been a Democrat their whole life, they run as Republican in an area, and they get voted for just like that. This whole little political party fiasco going on is just like, it's a show. It's a show. It has no real meaning in real life. These political parties you guys are out here repping for, ready to torch down cities, run up in political buildings and courthouses. You out here blah, blah, this, blah. Like, they don't care about you. Simply. They don't care about you. They don't. And the few that do care about you don't really get nowhere that quick. Don't get nowhere that quick. Like, yo, Republicans, right? One of the big Republican talking points is, oh, we need to end the ATF and we need to end all these laws or whatever, stopping people, restricting them from being able to carry legally. Same instance, oh, we shouldn't let people that got felonies carry. Same breath. Oh, we should lock up Hunter Biden because he was high when he bought one. But I thought that law was unconstitutional. So why do you guys differentiate when it's somebody from the other side? When it's somebody from the other side. Like, do you know how many people got excited when they seen Joe Biden take a picture in a MAGA hat? That half of their profile pictures now is Joe Biden in a MAGA hat. They're like, oh, Joe Biden is about to be... No, he's not. He's been a Democrat his whole life. He put that hat on to show you guys it's not that serious. He's actually trying to leave a legacy behind to let you guys know, like, it really ain't that serious. They all friends behind the scene. Do you know that, like, at most events you see Barack Obama hanging out with George Bush? It's going to be the same way when Trump leaves office. It's going to be, you're going to be seeing all the time at all these big conferences or whatever. You're going to see former President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump hanging out together. They're going to be hanging out at the same golf courses. They're going to be going to the same beaches. They're going to be doing all the same stuff. Meanwhile, y'all out here like, I'm MAGA gang. I'm what they call it, woke gang or something. Like, they got so many different gangs or whatever. And then, like, a lot of this stuff is like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And if you guys want to break out of the ridiculousness of just the geopolitical game, you guys want to actually get unbiased news, you guys want to know the facts without the fluff, you want somebody to sit here and try to find the sources and actually break down what's happening. And like, in the end of the day, I don't like none of these people. You can call me black pill. You can be like, blah, blah, this or that, right? But they're not really doing nothing that benefits me. 90% of the time, they're not doing nothing that benefits you, no matter if it is Republican or Democrat. Why are you guys so married to these political parties that don't care? They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about you. They just care about having a parties where they sitting there doing lines off of strippers. Think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? Come on, guys. Come on. We got to make some sense out of this. We got to make some sense out of this. Because, like, you guys want to get rocked to sleep. Because I guarantee it, right? I guarantee it. If I actually pull the same strategy Trump did, and I decide to register as Democrat, I guarantee I could be the next Democrat president. And I don't care about politics whatsoever. Trump registered as a Republican. like a couple years before he even before he ran. You know, Trump was a Democrat for the majority of his life. And then he registered as a Republican, came up there, cussed everybody out, said whatever was on his mind. He said all his grievances with everybody in politics. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He still gave Chuck Schumer his first check. He still hangs out and is buddy with all these dudes. Trump cares more about Joe Biden than you. Joe Biden cares more about Trump than you. And if you guys still in your limited thinking, still in your limited mindset, think any of this matters? Whew, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the future of humanity and the future of this country. Because President George Washington said that we shouldn't have political parties. Political parties will be the death of this nation. And we didn't have political parties for the longest. And now that we had political parties, like, you realize political parties didn't even start 200 years ago. Political parties started about 150 years ago. And now it got so far, so divided, that you end up being on one side, you get disinfected, you jump to the other side, you'll listen to whatever the other side says, and you neglect to see the in between. Well, until next time, I gotta get off here. I gotta go to sleep, you know. As-salatu karu mananum. I'll see y'all later. We'll be posting some stuff tomorrow. There wasn't a lot of news to get for you guys tonight. Stay up to date with the blog, because the blog is the first place you get the news stories for the news the next day. If you guys need some t-shirts, some gift ideas, you go to don'tflexonme.com. Got t-shirts for sale over there. We also got a merch shop on WTFFN.com. All different types of designs I made over the years. Also sell websites. I do graphic design. I do all this stuff, guys. I do all of it. I do all of it. I'm like a ghost for real. I'm like a ghost for real, my guy. Real life ghost. Wow, I can disappear. You ever see somebody just disappear on y'all? Yo, that's pretty cool. I like it like that. Pop. I just disappear on y'all. Yo, I like that. I like that. What you know about that? I just disappear. I just disappear. I should have been using the green light. I should have been using the green light. It makes it a little bit better. It makes it a little bit more interesting. Definitely a lot more interesting when I can just disappear on demand. Now, till next time, guys. Stay up to date. Stay posted. Find the news out for yourself. Double check everything I say. Don't even take me as a reliable source. Just know I'm on a mission to find out the truth. You should be on a mission to find out the truth too every day. I got this video up that ain't even getting the traction it deserves for real. It's about the Georgian calendar. It's off of the live stream last night. If you watch that video, you will understand a little bit more about the conditions we're suffering through in America. What's really going on over here? You guys don't really know what's going on over here. Make dawah. I'm gonna start making dawah. I'm making dawah before I end this joint. I gotta remember, I'm a Muslim first, father second, husband third, and I guess I'm a newscaster fourth. I'm gonna make dawah fourth. Please allow everybody that comes in. No, just please allow everybody in this world. Everybody, like, we need some type of peace around here. الودو بكلمة الله التامة مز الأصا الصانيها و الكل ني و شارع البديه ومن همزة على yeah. I forget what that letter is. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's right there. Oh, that's the other tab. T N Y I B Ya Lu Wo Wana. I seek refuge in the perfect world, the perfect words of the law, from his anger and his punishment, from the evil of his slaves, and from the taunts of devils, and from their presence. Let's say before sleeping. I handled that before that, but I know what I was always told before you go to sleep, you just want to say your quills. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو بربي أفلاك من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد قل هو برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. 139. Oh, 140. Worry and grief. I got a lot of worry and a lot of grief as a lady. A lot of worry and a lot of grief. I gotta practice anyway. Allahumma inni البدوك إن رو that's a yeah. What is it? I don't be understand. Oh, it was a do. Okay, do. So Allahumma inni eldu el beduka indu el badika Eb, Ru, Aha, Tika. I read bad. I read bad, but you guys know my English ain't even that much better. That's me dyslexic. Gotta stop making excuses though. I'm a grown man. Tashi. No, that might be it though. I gotta get the alphabet again. I'm just gonna end up doing it in English. Oh Lord, I am your slave, and I am the son of your male slave, and the son of your female slave. My forehead is your head. Your judgment upon me is a sword, and your decree concerning me is just. I ask you be by every name that you have named yourself. That's what it was. It just gave a whole 99 names of Allah. Yourself with revealed in your book. Taught anyone of your creation or kept onto yourself in the knowledge of the unseen that is with you to make the Quran and the spring of my heart and the light of my chest and banish over my sadness and reliever my distress. I should have been carrying the fortress around for a while. It's actually going to stay in my pocket after this. Invocations for when you meet a powerful ruler. Invocations for anguish. Wow, 42, because I know I'm definitely stressing anguish. Stressing anguish like crazy these days, yo. But it's cool. Invocations for anguish. La ilaha illallah. I know that straight off the top. Nah, there's certain words that like you just recognize as soon as you see it. It's the same thing with English though. But like as you guys could tell, my English ain't that much better. There is none worthy of worship but Allah the Almighty, the forbearing. There is none worthy of worship but Allah, Lord of the magnificent throne. There is none worthy of worship but Allah, Lord of the heavens and Lord of the earth, the Lord of the noble throne. Oh Allah, I hope for your mercy. Do not leave me to myself, even for the blinking of an eye. Correct all of my affairs for me. There is nothing worthy of worship but you. La ilaha illallah subhanaka inekutu minami. There is none worthy of worship but you. Glory is to you. Surely I was among the wrongdoers. Allah, Allah, in my heart, I do not associate anything with Him. I need to get back on my thing. I don't have the means to like get nowhere. I'm like stuck. I'm stuck. Dog gonna break me out of it though. But at the time being, I'm stuck, guys. I'm stuck. I just keep praying. I keep praying I'm gonna make a way with this. And I made a way just for like 24 hours. I had this little app that I could have been working on or whatever off of my phone. Like, yo, they sent me a whole congratulations talking about, oh, yeah, you're a good worker, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Okay, I'm a good worker. Why this one still say my background check got me stuck? And this is a year after I started working. Like, this is a year after. This is a year later. All that happens every year is my background check get older. Invocations against the oppression of rulers. Oh Allah, Lord of the seven heavens, Lord of the magnificent throne, be for me a support against everything. Like the world against me right now. His helpers from among your creatures, lest any of them abuse me or do me wrong. Mighty is your patronage and glorious are your praises. There is none worthy of worship but you. I did not expect to be reading the Quran on here. Well, not the Quran, because it's the Fortress. Now, I might actually start doing that. I've seen a lot of people that have their little newscast. Usually nothing news notable on here. And it's going to increase my reading. Does this got the alphabet in here? Yeah. No, I don't have. Oh, it does have alphabet. It does have an alphabet. Alhamdulillah. I'm about to get back on my reading Arabic every day, guys. Maybe I might make that the after show. Cause for a while, I'm like, I'm going to do an after show, whatever. But honestly, at this point in my life, in my existence, and at this point in like my growth as a person, like in becoming a man, I don't feel like I need to go add a YouTube guidelines. I'm not going to be like, F this side, F that. Like, it's not for me no more, yo. It's not for me. Like, I'm trying to, like, work out past traumas in my heart. I done did it all. I done lived everything. I done been through everything. Like, yo, look, guys. You see how crooked my nose is? See, my hand is crooked. Got a big old scar right there. A scar right there. Scar right there. I done been poked up so many times. People done tried to hit me with all types of crazy stuff. Like, let me see. Can I even get it on here? Is it even visible on here? Like, the law's been good to me, and I keep neglecting the fact. A lot of people don't think I'm supposed to be here no more. Literally, I had family members telling, yeah, because you're still alive. We couldn't, like, what? You guys weren't expecting me to be alive? You guys didn't expect me to still be alive at this point. You guys thought it was just going to end for me early. My biggest problem in life, I've always had a gambling problem. That was my biggest problem. My problem wasn't drugs. It wasn't alcohol. Yeah, I smoked pot or whatever. Yeah, I drank in my lifetime. I think everybody in America ends up falling to that at some point in their life, but I never got heavy on it. I got heavy on the weed for far too long, and I didn't realize, like, it was really inhibiting myself, really inhibiting my abilities, really inhibiting my mind. Like, I wasn't thinking right. I wasn't living right. Sitting there like, I need to smoke again. I need to smoke again. Oh, life is so stressful. I need to smoke. I don't need to smoke no more. Life is so stressful. I don't want to smoke no more. I don't want to live the way I've been living. I want to, like, make a better world. Is it bad that, like, I want better for the world? I want to leave the world a better place than where I found it at? Is that bad? Is it bad that, like, I wish better for people? Is it bad that, like, Allahu Alam, guys, I don't know no more at this point. I don't know no more at this point. You know what I mean? I keep trying to tell myself I'm a good person, but at times I be doubting it. Times I be doubting it, you know. I be doubting I'm a good person a lot of the time. Am I a good person? Am I just a misunderstood soul? Will Allah forgive me for everything that I be doing? I think I gotta change up. I gotta change up my whole everything, my whole demeanor, like. And it's like, I just got to keep reminding myself, I'm a believer first. I'm a believer first. I learned how to read Arabic over 10 years. I learned how to read Arabic about 12 years ago and still have yet to read the Quran front to back in Arabic. I think that's about to be my new challenge. That's going to be my new challenge. Because I've been sitting here trying to listen to Surah Al-Baqarah online or whatever to try to get it. No, I need to read it. I need to read it. I need to like redefine a lot of this stuff. You know? Why am I not supplicating in between stories? Why am I not asking Allah to show me what I should be doing next? Why? Why do I keep falling into the traps of the disbelievers? Like, why am I sitting here looking at comments this late at night? These comments ain't like, ooh, at most there's gonna be some trolls in here. I can address the comments in a better aspect later on in life. Later on tomorrow or something. So I'd even be reading comments this late. Cause I know what it's hitting for. I know what it's hitting for. The people online this late. That's why I got off the Pink app. Yeah, everybody on that joint. When I can get on here and do this stuff, but this helps out for trying to do the news show. This helps out. It knocks out a lot of recording real quick. I'm actively recording the stories as I'm finding them, but I need to start making supplications with everything I do as I do it. Please bring me a courage to keep doing what I need to do. Please grant me the determination to keep going. I gotta keep going every day. I gotta keep going. Because I knew when I started this WTFFN thing, it really wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. That's why I kept it going. At first, I just made this to make fun of 6ix9ine getting locked up. But then when I actually named it and got the domain and everything, it was like a mission. It was like something that clicked to me. I can actually try to help people get around this stuff and get out of what's going on. And I didn't even think about it on a political level, but I knew I never really like. You ever meet somebody that knows about politics and knows about politics enough where they don't like it? That's me. That's me. I don't like how they set people against each other. You away, guys? I gotta go to sleep. I'm afraid that the Lord that's good for all of y'all. For all of you guys. For all of you, you gotta do good for all of y'all. Honestly, I need to stop praying for myself and start praying for the world, because it's like we living in some real scary times. You know, there's people that don't want to think past what's going on right now. Think past this life. And I was sincere when I said, like, I'm happy Joe Biden pardoned his son. Alhamdulillah, he pardoned his son. He should have been pardoned his son. Alhamdulillah, he pardoned his son. That shows he's a real person. Anything other than that, like, the fact that it took so long had me feeling some type of way. I think I did a whole stream on that when I found out Biden was all about. No, he wasn't going to pardon his son. Like, what? What? I got one life. I would give my whole life for my children. And that's how it's supposed to be. Like, if I would have to go to jail for the rest of my life to protect my children from going one day not eating, one day not having a home, one day not having what they need, it's all too, because like all that stuff would be unhealthy to even think about. But one day is too much. When you got power like that, Allahu Alam, guys, Allahu Alam. I'll be sitting here looking at stuff like, it don't matter. I be looking at a lot of stuff that don't matter. You know what matters? I know what matters. And it really ain't this. But I'm going to keep doing it. I just got to come with a more message from me to you guys, where I don't have to be reading these stories, where I can find the stories that I'm passionate about, where I can actually break down stuff, where I'm passionate about it. That's when I was actually getting the traction. When I was on here flipping out about these dudes, it's like doing this and doing that. But I need to I'm going to keep it going, guys. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it going every day. Inshallah ta'ala, I should be back around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, like every day, because that's something I can make happen besides Friday. Friday, after I get done with the masjid, I'm going to try to throw a show together. Somewhat, some sort of something, so you guys can actually know what's going on in the world. I gotta keep this going on. Now, there might be a time that there will be no Friday show. And if there is a Friday show, it's going to be real early in the morning, like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But hey, I gotta do what's gotta be done, guys. I gotta keep this going. Let's sit here, hit these numbers, see what's going on with this stuff, right? See what this stuff is talking about right now. 2 on that zone. Allahu Alam, guys. Allahu Alam. I don't even know why I looked at that. I might just get rid of the whole little music channel. There's no point in having a music channel. I don't make music. I ain't no rapper. I don't be rapping. I ain't no rapper. I don't be rapping. Yeah. And I know I could sell out like a lot of these dudes. I could pick a side and just go real hard with it and be like, this is my side. This is my side. My side is your side. Does that make sense? My side is your side. My side is actually trying to help you guys out, doing something a little bit better. A little bit better every day, guys. A little bit better every day. You know, Balja don't wait for no one. It ain't waiting for me. It ain't waiting on y'all. So, until next time, I want to tell you guys to have a blessed night. I hope Allah really sustains you guys. Hope Allah really takes care of you guys. And if you guys are non-believers or you believe in something different, just what would it be? Just replace the word Allah with God. No, not Jesus, because Jesus prayed to God. But replace the word Allah with God, Jehovah, the Lord, the universe, whatever will or whatever. It's all the same thing. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. And after winter must come spring. And everything is everything. Yeah. I'm just gonna pray for the best. I gotta keep praying for the best. It's been difficult as of lately. Realizing that everything ain't how I wanted it to be at this point. I keep allowing myself to go back, and I keep trying to put my eggs in baskets that's not mine. Why would I ever put eggs in baskets that don't belong to me? That was a foolish choice on my part. So, Allah Ta'ala, please grant me the strength to get up, get these dogs out, and allow me to wake up for Fajr tomorrow. Allah Ta'ala, please guide everybody that came in this stream. Please guide me to keep giving the news stories or Start giving these news stories in an unbiased way. Start letting people know what's really going on. Please allow me to be a light and a benefit to the people that come into this stream. Please allow me to touch the people that need to be touched, to spread Islam with everything that I do. That's what I'm about to start doing. I need to just, I tried to sell out. That's why I messed up. I tried to sell out. I gotta be myself. I tried to sell out. I gotta be myself. There ain't no more selling out for you guys. Ain't no more selling out for you guys. I was adamant about not taking a side, but I wasn't adamant about me trying to be myself on these joints all the way around the board. And it's even been in real life, sitting there sneaking off in jobs to go offer salat, to the point I stopped offering salat in the job because I don't want people knowing that I'm Muslim. I don't want people looking at me funny and weird because I offer salat 5 times a day. Like, what? To the point I started falling off on my salats. Then I started falling off on everything. Just trying to chase some money. Money's easily replaceable. My soul isn't. Money's easily replaceable. My soul was never replaceable. Yeah, I gotta go, guys. Gotta go. The biggest part is as you get up, you go. I already shut the light off, though. I already shut off the little ring light. Oh, Lord Ta'ala, please bless me. 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 Oh, Lord Ta'ala, please bless the world. Indina Sarato Mustaqim Sarato Latina Anamsa Alayhim Viral Hoktobi Alayhim Waladolin Amin. Qul huwa Allahu ahad Allahu samad lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Qul huwa bi rabbil falaq min sharri ma khalaq min sharri ghasiqin qul huwa bi rabbin nas malikin nas ilahin nas min sharri waswasil khannas lafi yusafir salam nas min jannati wa nas. Allah Ta'ala. Oh, Allah Ta'ala, please. Please, Allah. Please, Allah. Please, I wish there was a way to do this without actually looking at myself. I don't like looking at myself. I didn't want to be on camera for the longest. That's why I had this on. I don't even got it up ready. But I had like cartoons and everything when I first started doing this stuff. Because I didn't really want to be on camera. So I might go back to doing this not being on camera. I don't want to be the face. I don't want to be the face of nothing. I already done had my chance. I already done been around. I done been a known person. I never liked it. I never liked being that guy that was known. To the point that like I stay telling people, you don't know me. You don't know me, because if you knew me, you would know about me. You know what I mean? I remember the last time I spoke to my cousins, I got their little Facebooks and everything. And they was like, oh, keep in touch. I sent them some messages. I don't think they ever replied back. Talking about, oh, make sure you keep in touch. Make sure, y'all don't keep in touch with me. I got my own family too. I'm y'all little cousin. I'm not going to sit here and keep reaching out to y'all. I'm the nephew. I ain't going to sit here and keep reaching out to my aunts and my uncle. Like, it's not my job to keep reaching out, trying to keep everything together. And I keep trying to. And I really felt offended the other day. I really felt offended. Getting sent the voicemail. You know, okay. You done fell out with me because you never told me about something that was there. And then you tried to lie about it, and like y'all kept catching yourself in the middle of the conversation. I played that joint back. I'm about to play that joint back one more time, yo. I'm gonna play it back on here. Cause like, it hurts. It hurts. I forgot this is where them joints be at. This is where I'm going to be at. But I forget about that, man. The ones I have recorded.
And okay, so what's going on? Anthony, and Kevin told me that your Tiffany called me. I just don't want her to think I'm purposely not calling her. We're out for the day, but my sister needed my son to call in and out of work. So I will definitely call her when I get home tonight for a response to her text. I am not being rude. I don't know what to say. And what does this have to do about there being 17 docket entries that I'm not being told? I can't understand you. What? 17. There are 17 sets of documents that you guys aren't telling me nothing about. Either you guys don't know about these.
Paid for all of them, and I paid for all of them. They tried to tell me they wasn't real.
I'm going to handle it just myself. Go ahead. Just handle it yourself.
That's crazy.
That's right. We're not gonna get any money. That's it. None of us. I'm good. I was already struggling how I was paying Danny's. We'll just go on with our lives. We only had a couple, close to $1,000. That's it.
Yeah, it was about to say a couple thousand. I wonder if he didn't. It don't even matter, y'all. It don't matter at this point. It don't matter at this point, y'all. I wish I still had the call. I think that was on her phone. I said, oh, because he's still alive. Like, what do you mean because I'm still alive? I said, oh, because he's still alive. Might have been off her phone. I don't know, because he's still alive. Because he's still alive. They ain't expect me to still be alive this long. It's extra motivation to stay alive. Extra motivation to stay alive. Everybody doubted me. Everybody doubted me, and they be having me think like my grandfather went real suspiciously. Both of my uncles went real suspiciously. Dad died real suspiciously. Like, oh, well, we need your address. Well, what's the address that you're living at? Like, why do you need to know where I live at? Why do you need to know where I live at? Talking about what's the address you live at? Why do you need to know where I live at? Why? I don't trust it. I don't trust a lot of this stuff. I shouldn't feel like that, but you know. I don't trust it. I can't. It's sad. Or hey, just to listen to a recorded call. Probably not. Even that at all. Making me like sick thinking about that stuff, man. No, Island. Kept putting my faith in the wrong thing. The wrong people. Wrong Asking the wrong people. Time that was really gonna do something for me. I'm here begging. Really like that sitting there going to jobs being like, oh, can y'all hire me? Well, I got a felony, but it's like begging. All that stuff is begging for real. I ain't begging nobody no more. Not for a thing. Not for a thing. I'm done begging. I'm not trying to ask people to help me that ain't trying to help me. They ain't trying to help me. They would never try to help me. Never try to help me. Oh, this is ridiculous stuff. What? No, I'm done. I'm done. I tried. I reached out 3 times. It's no avail. No, this other stuff is normal. I went to the island. I went to the island. Please forgive him for everything he could have done. Now I'm gonna meet all my friends again. All in a better place. Yeah, they be bad with it. But we ain't. I remember that niggas calling like crazy. And the one dude calling me the N-word and all that. People will call you and be like, you can't record the call. Like, you didn't put on notice that the call is being recorded. I said, you don't call other people, you don't call businesses and tell them not to record the call. How you gonna tell me what to do with my phone? I told you it's being recorded. You can speak or you don't. It's on you. I'm done at this point. I'm done caring about a whole bunch of people that ain't never cared about me. Caring for people that don't care. Don't care about me. They don't. I've been fighting hard trying to keep bonds of like was never there. There's never no bonds there. Trying to build bonds with people that don't want to bond with me. Like, oh, they family. I'm supposed to try to keep them close. I'm supposed to try to keep in contact. Obviously, it wasn't that important to keep in contact with me. It wasn't. It was important. They would have kept in contact with me. That would be a long time ago. I guess I just don't. Never had my Uncle Ray's number saved in this phone. On this thing. Fell out over not we fell out over what me and Uncle Kevin are falling out over now. Because I knew what was supposed to be there. I knew what was going on. And they all insisted that no, there was nothing. Oh no. realized they couldn't do that without me. That's when the issue started again. I wish it was a date search on here. My uncle's last time. I got one from Uncle Ben, because Uncle Ben was not a phone type of person. I threw thousands of phone calls. Thousands of phone calls. Thousands of phone calls. Thousands of thousands of thousands of phone calls. And I tried to call him. You know, I noticed the thing. I was down there. Everything mattered. Back to where it all started. It all started. I'm getting close. I would like to see that. I'll be sitting here in a naive bubble. They're all just going through this, man. I really just delete everything on Captain.
Oh, you got disconnected. I will talk to you later. I have no idea.
Said it wasn't sold to anybody in the family. That was one of my numbers. I can't be mad at him. What's up? I can't be mad at him. He already gone. He switched up what he said in the middle of that message. In the middle of the message, he switched up what he was saying. recording all my phone calls for years. For years. I actually go back and reflect on stuff that happened. I was right in cutting them off. Sadly. They're doing the same thing with him and they doing with mom. Same thing. Same thing. It's the same thing, guys. Literally the same thing. Literally the same thing. Same games being played. Why did I allow myself to even? Should have known better. Should have known I would stay by your side. You should have known your girl was gonna ride or die. And it don't matter here. You rich or poor out of here. Doing 5 to 10. What made you think that I would forget about you every Saturday and Sunday on the receiver? Deceiver. It's me, your girl, your life, your world. Family and friends, they just don't understand. Said I should leave you alone. I said that y'all should just leave us alone. This is sad. Sad. I couldn't get over my uncle because they put him in a nursing home. And they would sure be shady. It's cool. Y'all gonna be a whole shady bunch by yourselves. I'm just glad it worked out the way it did. I'm glad. I am so glad. Because at the end of the day, they would have got locked up. When they ain't had that, when they ain't had the proof, they ain't had the receipts or whatever, they would have locked them up for that. You can't just sit there and take money out, stuff like that. They would have had some type of proof. And I would have at least did it right if I was in control of it. But nobody's in control of it. Clearly, I can't trust none of them. It is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta learn the hard way. Sometimes you gotta learn life the harder way. Guess I took the harder way. I took the harder way in life. We all end up in the same place at the end of the day, though. That's all right. Harper on it for Eddie.